Hi everyone, Greeno here, and welcome to another video here on Greeno Eats. Now today I'm in Dorchester, and it's breakfast time. Well, it's kind of late breakfast time, but I've not eaten yet. So I've come into the local Wetherspoons. Now I'm going to get a breakfast here. Well, in fact, I'm going to get two breakfasts here, two small portions. We're going to compare their English breakfast with their American breakfast. Now, if I take a little look at this menu thing here, the small breakfast here consists of fried egg, bacon, sausage, baked beans, and hash brown. Okay, so we're going to try that, just a small English breakfast. But they also do an American breakfast. So the small American breakfast is a fried egg, hash brown, maple cured bacon, sausage, 2 pancakes, and maple syrup. Now, I'm not a huge fan of sweet things on a breakfast, but we'll give it a go. We're going to work out whether their English breakfast or their American breakfast is better. Now, cost-wise, they're pretty similar here. The small English breakfast is $4.45. The American one is $4.84. So both less than a fiver. Not bad. And see how they are when they turn up. Oh, and I've got a pint of orange juice to go with it as well. Yum. Right, so the breakfasts have arrived. Let's take a look at them. We'll start with the English one. Okay, so here is the small English breakfast. There's a hash brown on there, which, as we know, I don't think belongs on a breakfast. We have the fried egg, some baked beans, one sausage, which looks like maybe it's a Cumberland sausage or something like that. There's a bit of herbage in there. And a slice of bacon with griddle marks on there. Doesn't look too bad, does it? And here is the American breakfast. So we have those 2 pancakes there, little kind of fluffy buttermilk pancakes with the bacon in between them. We've got a fried egg there, another hash brown. Hiding around here is another one of those sausages, and that will be the maple syrup there. So a few ingredients in common, but enough of a difference. It's our English breakfast time. There we go. Now, first thing we've got to do is cut into this egg, haven't we, and see how that is. Now, we don't have any bready kind of element with this breakfast, unfortunately. Actually, let's bring this a little bit closer up to you so you can see. That egg cuts very nicely. It's got a nice runny yolk there. That'll go nice with the hash brown, I'm sure. We'll start with that. Now, the hash brown, like I've said many, many times, is not my favourite thing on a cooked breakfast. But it is what it is. That's what we've got today. Let's give it a try. As hash browns go, it's not bad. It's crispy. It's got a nice texture. And with that egg yolk, which needs a little bit of salt on there, it's actually pretty tasty. I'm going to add some salt and pepper onto this. They come in the little paper sachets here. So I get that all over. And of course, being an English breakfast, brown sauce. Got to be done now. Can I get into this one? There's a knack to it, which I don't seem to have today. Yeah, luckily got my own teeth. So I'll get a sachet of that on there, a little bit of brown sauce, and that's going to be good for the meaty elements. Let's get this bacon. It's quite a thin piece of bacon. Take a look here. A little dry looking, but try it on its own first without the sauce. Does feel a little dry. The flavour's not bad. Nice and salty. I'll try it with some brown sauce on there. That improves it. No end. Brown sauce with bacon is a marriage made in heaven, isn't it? Let's try these beans, shall we? Nice thick consistency on the sauce there. You can see it's not running off the fork.
It's a tasty bean, nicely cooked too. The beans have held their consistency. They're not mushy or anything, but they're also not hard like little bullets. Really nice beans, those. Shame we haven't got a bit of toast with it to mop them up, but there we are. Let's try this sausage now. As we can see here, there's a little herby element in there. So it's kind of like a Lincolnshire or Cumberland type sausage. Trying this own first. That is tasty. That is kind of a Lincolnshire sausage. It's a herby element rather than a peppery element. If it was peppery, it would probably be a Cumberland sausage. Again, brown sauce on there. Can't help but improve it, can it? Yeah, that's nice. Okay, time to try this egg. Now, it is quite nice and runny, but the bottom of the yolk is a little bit solid. That's fine. Here we go. Now, it does have dripping yolk all over the table there, look. It does have little crispy bits on the side, which for me means it's probably been cooked in a pan that's a little bit too hot, but let's try the flavour. Yeah. Sometimes I find those crispy bits can either be a little bit oily or even a bit bitter. But here, it's only just a touch over. So, not bad. I have to say, I'm actually enjoying that hash brown on a breakfast. Don't tell anyone. Right. Let's try this American one, see how that differs. Okay, so here is the American breakfast. Like I say, we've got sausage, hash brown on there. There's egg. There's the 2 buttermilk pancakes. And inside of there you have the bacon. And we've got this maple syrupy stuff, which I'll pour over the top of these. I'm not quite sure how that's going to go if it touches on the egg. But we'll see. I'm not going to go over the top with it. We can always add more if I want to later. Yeah, let's grab some cutlery here and give this a try. Right, I say, American breakfast is not something I would normally have. I wouldn't pick it in a restaurant particularly, but seeing as they sell both here, we'll give it a try. Okay, so again, the egg, you can see it's got these little crispy edges on there a little bit, but the yolk, once again, cuts nicely. And we've got enough runniness in there to be able to dip the hash brown into again. So we'll do that again. I imagine it's going to be very, very similar to how it was on the English breakfast. It is. No real surprise there. Now, I'm not going to add brown sauce to this, because of course it's an American breakfast, you wouldn't get brown sauce over there. The sausage is going to be, I imagine, yeah, once again, that kind of Lincolnshire type sausage there, with the little herby bits in. But what we will do, because they provided us with this maple syrupy stuff, we're going to try this American style. We're going to get some sweetness on this sausage. Well, it's weird. But it's hard to know if it's good weird or bad weird. Let's try that again. So obviously you've still got that real sort of meatiness and a little bit of saltiness from the sausage. But then that sort of real maple sweetness from dipping the sausage into that maple syrup. I've got to say, it's a flavour combination I don't recall ever having had before, but it's not unpleasant. Right, let's try this this pancakey, bacony thing. There we go. So, what I'm just going to do, I'm going to have it as it is. We're going to cut into both of the pancakes with the bacon in the middle. See if we can just get a nice little slice. There we go, take a look at that. So we've got some bacon hanging out of there. Obviously, you've got the maple syrup on the top. Again, I'm not quite sure what to make of that. It doesn't help, I think, the pancakes are cold. If they were warm, it might be a bit nicer. The combination of the pancakes with that maple syrup is quite nice. And with the bacon in the middle, it kind of cuts through that sweetness a little bit. So you get that little salty hit. It's okay. I think if the pancakes were warmer, it would make a difference. Let's try a bit of this egg. Again, you can see slightly crispy edges on there. A bit less yolk running everywhere this time. Oh, and that's touched the maple syrup. Eggs and maple syrup, I can confirm, is not a good combination. There's me juice. Let's wash that down a bit. Okay, so what do I think about the American breakfast? Do you know what? It's okay on its own. I'd say as long as you keep the egg away from the maple syrup, it's not bad. I'm going to try a little bit more of both of these, and we'll come back at the end and work out which one I think is best. Right, so I've come outside now. Pretty full after the breakfast, it has to be said. Now, I didn't finish all of the American one. The pancakes with the bacon, yeah, it was just a bit cold and not that pleasant, to be honest. It would have been nicer if it was warm, I'm sure. If we focus on the American breakfast, though, the hash brown was good. The egg was good until I got maple syrup on it, at which point it just became weird. And the sausage was nice too. Obviously the hash brown, the egg and the sausage were in common with the English breakfast, which had beans and bacon with it as well. The beans were nice. The bacon was okay, it was a bit dry. Once you got some brown sauce on there, it was fine. Both of the eggs were cooked relatively nicely. There was a little bit of runny yolk, so you can't complain at that. Now, which of the two was better? I've got to say, the one I enjoyed most was the English breakfast, it has to be said. And it was it was weird, because obviously I ate some of the English one first, then some of the American one, and then went back to the English. And as fans of John Shuttleworth will know, it's not easy going back to savoury food once you've eaten sweet food. It was a bit weird, but yeah, I think for me the English breakfast was the winner. The American breakfast was passable though, just a shame the pancakes were cold. So let me know in the comment section down below which of those two breakfasts you would have preferred to eat. I wonder if it will actually work that most people in the UK say the English breakfast and most people not in the UK say the American one. I've got a feeling that might be the case, but yeah, I'd be interested to know what you think. Anyway, if you've enjoyed today's video, don't forget, leave a thumbs up on there for me. It does help with the channel. And if you're new around here and you like what you've seen, why not consider clicking the subscribe button, ding your little bell for notifications, and you won't miss anything that comes up on the channel. Okay, that's it from me for now. I'll catch you on the next one.